Imagine you have a $10 bill in your hand. You hand it to the cashier for a coffee.
Now that bill, or coin, is in someone else's possession. You can't use the exact same physical note or coin again. That's how money has worked for thousands of years.
But what if money was just data, a file on your computer? You could copy and paste it infinitely. Send the same 10 to your friend, then immediately send an identical copy to buy something else. Both recipients think they got real money. But you just created $20 out of nothing. This is the double spend problem, and for decades, it made true digital cash impossible. Today, we're going to break down exactly why it was such a nightmare, how earlier attempts failed, and why Bitcoin finally cracked it in 2009. The core issue is simple but deadly. Digital information is infinitely copyable. A photo, a video, an MP3. You can duplicate them perfectly at zero cost. The same applies to digital tokens. Without safeguards, nothing stops someone from spending the same digital coin multiple times before anyone notices. In the physical world, when you give away a coin or bill, you no longer have it. Possession transfers. Scarcity is enforced by physics. In the digital world, there is no possession in the same way. It's just bits. Recipients have no reliable way to know if the token they received has already been spent elsewhere. Result? Trust collapses. The currency becomes worthless because anyone can inflate the supply at will. This is why, before Bitcoin, every attempt at peer-to-peer digital money failed. So how do we pay digitally today? Credit cards, bank apps, PayPal, they all work because of a trusted middleman. A bank or payment company keeps a private master ledger. When you spend, they check your balance, deduct the amount, credit the recipient, block any attempt to spend the same money twice. It works, but it's not real digital cash. You're not sending money peer-to-peer like handing someone a bill. You're asking a company for permission. That introduces fees, censorship risks, privacy loss, and single points of failure. If the bank goes down or freezes your account, game over. The dream of the cypherpunks in the 80s and 90s was different. True electronic cash that works like physical cash, private, direct, and without trusting anyone. Brilliant minds tried for decades. Here are the most important ones. First, DigiCash, eCash by David Chaum in 1990. Chaum was a cryptography genius. He invented blind signatures that let people spend digital coins anonymously. The bank would later detect double spends by checking serial numbers. It was private and technically elegant, but still centralized. The business struggled with adoption, and DigiCash went bankrupt in 1998. Next came ideas using proof of work to create scarcity. Adam Back's Hashcash, 1997, made creating tokens computationally expensive, great for fighting spam, but not a full currency. Then the big theoretical proposals, B-Money by Wei Dai, 1998, and BitGold by Nick Szabo, 1998-2005. These were incredibly close on paper, but they all hit the same wall. How do you get thousands of computers across the internet to agree on the exact order of transactions without a boss? If two conflicting payments arrive at the same time, who decides which one is real? They couldn't solve decentralized consensus reliably. In 2004, Hal Finney created reusable proof of work, RPOW. It was closer, but still relied on a trusted server to track used tokens, not fully decentralized. All these systems either needed a trusted party or couldn't prevent double spends in a messy open network. They were brilliant building blocks, but incomplete. In October 2008, a mysterious person named Satoshi Nakamoto published the Bitcoin white paper, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Satoshi's genius was combining existing ideas into one working system and adding the missing piece, decentralized consensus via proof of work and the blockchain. Here's how it works. Every transaction is broadcast to the entire network. Every participant keeps an identical copy of the full history. Miners compete to solve a hard computational puzzle. The winner adds the block and earns new bitcoins. This creates an unbreakable chronological order. Rewriting history means redoing enormous amounts of expensive work. This is the timestamp server and proof of work in action. The longest chain rule. If two miners create conflicting blocks, the network follows the chain with the most accumulated proof of work. Double spend attempts get resolved naturally. The chance of successfully reversing a transaction drops exponentially with each new confirmation. Satoshi's solution was a peer-to-peer distributed timestamp server. Digital signatures prove ownership. The blockchain plus mining proves what happened and when. Economic incentives reward honest miners and punish cheaters. Bitcoin launched in January 2009. The first transaction, Satoshi sent 10 BTC to Hal Finney. It worked. Peer-to-peer value without a bank. The double spend problem wasn't just a technical glitch. It was the reason true digital money seemed impossible for decades. Bitcoin succeeded because it turned computing power into a democratic voting system for truth. It made scarcity digital and enforceable through physics-like costs. Today, that invention powers an entire industry and challenges how we think about money, trust, and value. Whether you're bullish on Bitcoin or not, one thing is undeniable. Satoshi solved a problem that stumped the best cryptographers for 20 plus years. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. What other crypto concepts should I explain next?